Okay. It should be recording now. Okay. In lieu of the scheduled presentation, we have Caitlin Forbes from Willamette University here to present about her college. Can you give me a little bit of background about yourself before we get started?
Yeah, definitely. So my name is Caitlin Forbes. I use she, her pronouns. I'm actually a Castro Valley High alum, which is super exciting. And I am also a Willamette University alum, class of 2020.
Awesome. Okay. For the people who are watching and wondering, how can I get into a college like Willamette? Can you give us a little bit a background about how you got into Willamette?
Yeah, definitely. So when I was looking at colleges, it's all about the right fit, right? This is your college search, so you should never feel compelled to change yourself to get into a specific school. So it's all about fit. If you're looking for a small private liberal arts college like Willamette, you're looking for a smaller class size, you're looking for a really well-rounded education. So for myself, when I was applying, I wanted to list all the activities I was involved in. I made sure to pay a lot of attention to the essay portion, but it was really just about the fit of the school. I was able to visit. I know that with COVID times, visiting colleges can be a bit tricky. So a big piece of advice I would give is just check out virtual visit opportunities for different schools you're interested in, interview with your admission rep. For Willamette, that would be with me, and I promise I'm not scary. But when I was applying, I just wanted to focus on highlighting what I was passionate about, writing. I was really passionate about journalism class. I was passionate about athletics and music as well, as other things like theater and smaller interests. So just really be true to yourself in the application, and the right school will be there for you.
Awesome. Okay, for people who obviously are going to be doing virtual touring and will eventually be on campus, can you give us a sense of what the campus is like for somebody who is there?
Yeah, definitely. So Willamette is located in Salem, Oregon. It's so beautiful. The Pacific Northwest is gorgeous. I know people tend to be like, oh no, Oregon is really rainy and scary. We're from California, we're not used to rain, you know, but it's actually a really beautiful transition. It's not too rainy there at all. And the campus is really welcoming. We're centered on a community. Our motto is not unto ourselves, alone are we born. So it really focuses on uplifting each other, collaboration. You're never going to be in competition with your peers, but you're actually going to be encouraged to work together. And we celebrate all the accomplishments our students are able to achieve. So it's a really welcoming, inclusive environment. We have about 1,800 students, so we're a small campus as well. You won't know every single person. I know compared to CVHS, 1,800 is really small, but I promise you won't know every single person. You'll still have plenty of chances to meet new people, but it's just a really great close community feeling.
All right, thank you. Okay, can you give us a little bit of sense about what the main, like the biggest majors are on campus? Like what academically does Willamette focus on as a university?
Yeah, definitely. So we have actually 54 programs to choose from. We offer a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Science degree. I like to emphasize that because when people hear liberal arts, they immediately think, oh, Bachelor of Arts. But we do have a Bachelor of Science degree option. In terms of popular majors, it spans from STEM to humanities. Our big ones are definitely biology, chemistry, our politics, policy, ethics, and law major, English, as well as psychology and economics. Those are our kind of bigger ones. We just added business, public health, and data science this year. Those already have a lot of demonstrated interest, so I would guess that they'll probably also be up there in our more popular majors.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's see, what other questions do we have? Oh, okay, what do you think the campus cultural life, apart from like academics, is? You touched on it briefly about the smaller cohort of classes, the ability to have a more focused class environment. Can you tell us a little bit more about what the cultural life is like on campus? Like what's the demographics of your school?
Yeah, definitely. So 33% of students on our campus identify as students of color. We also have a large percentage of first generation students. I believe we have a few more female identifying folk than male identifying folk on campus, but that's the difference between 50, 49%. It's a very close percentage. In terms of the community feeling on campus, a Willamette student typically is somebody who you'll find in the library, but you'll also find playing Frisbee on the quad. We want to emphasize that balance. So if you're looking for a really good balance between your scholarly life in the classroom, but also exploring clubs and activities, that's definitely something you should consider in Willamette. And we also do encourage students to just try a lot of things. A typical Willamette student is pretty outgoing and wants to try a lot of different extracurriculars and activities. They're typically people who are go-getters. So we have a ton of job and internship opportunities as well. So I think that if you're somebody who is interested in trying things, being in leadership roles, as well as focusing on in-classroom academics, then you should consider applying for our school.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's see, what else? Okay. I want to ask about, because Willamette, correct me if I'm wrong, is situated in downtown Salem. Am I right about that?
Yes. Yeah.
So how do you think the environment of Salem as a town contributes to the Willamette University experience?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So we are actually right across the street from the state capitol building in Salem. So there's always a lot of interesting events happening at the state capitol. I would say that the city of Salem is very dynamic in the sense that there are, of course, politically speaking, there's diverse political opinion. Oregon as a state has different pockets of folks who have different political backgrounds, ideologies, beliefs. Our students tend to be a little more liberal leaning at Willamette. We definitely are a liberal facing campus in terms of political spectrum. There are always a lot of events happening at the state capitol, some of which are really exciting. If there are any that might cause any concern for different groups on campus, our campus safety office is wonderful at communicating to students beforehand and saying, hey, these groups are at the Capitol. If you are uncomfortable, maybe don't go near those that area. And we've a campus. I think Salem itself is super dynamic. Willamette sits at the edge of the downtown. So of course there are a bunch of coffee shops and restaurants. We actually have an escape room, movie theaters. There's a lot to do located in Salem, and then its proximity to other areas in Oregon is amazing. We're an hour away from the coast, from the mountains, as well as from Portland. So if you do want to go exploring, you can easily do that within the day. So Salem's a really dynamic city. There's a lot to do here, and there's just a lot to do in Oregon.
All right, thank you. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything else that you want to tell us about Willamette? Anything that we might have missed?
I would just say Willamette is a wonderful institution. I love how I've seen it change over the last couple of years. We not only have amazing undergraduate opportunities, but we have amazing graduate opportunities as well. So if you are interested in law, for example, we have a way to get your JD and your BA in 3 years, which is amazing. And it's just a really dynamic institution. You can have your voice heard. If you want to see change, you can enact it here. The sky's the limit. And I think that you should definitely check us out, whether you want to come visit campus in person, whether you want to check out more of our virtual visit opportunities, or if you want to connect with me. I will be in the area conducting interviews in mid-October, so you can also sign up for interviews.
Yes, and we hope to have a formal, a bigger presentation around that time, and in addition to this kind of intro interview. All right, thank you so much, Caitlin, for joining us today. I know you signed up for a bigger presentation, but this is a very great introduction for all the students who are interested. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.